Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. How is everyone? I couldn't start my video this morning, but I was wearing my hat that Lynn got me because I did plan on starting my video this morning, but the girls caught me and they had to walk with me. And she walks with me and she talks with me and she tells me I am her own. Anyway, that's not how the song goes. I do realize that. Just laugh and move on, okay? Yeah, so a couple of things. One, I was sitting here thinking the other night, just daydreaming, and I was thinking of some person that's in a very high position, right? A woman in a very high position, whatever it may be. The queen, the first lady, the governor, if you have a female governor. I'm just thinking of a female in a high position. And I was sitting here holding my iPad, coloring on my iPad, thinking of this thought, right? Like, I bet they don't sit around on their iPad coloring. I wonder what they do. They don't have to clean. Well, some of them might have to clean. But, like, what do they do? They're productive. But what are they doing? What are you doing? Like, if you ain't sitting on your iPad coloring or working out or cleaning, what do you do? That's what I want to know. What y'all do in the evenings when you sit and relax? You put on your fancy pajamas and your smoking jacket. Remember the smoking jackets? I think that's what the men's wore, not the women's. The women's put on their robes with the little furry or feathery things and their high heel slides. Can y'all remember those? I mean, I'm sure a lot of y'all remember it more than I do, but they used to really get dressed up to go to bed. I mean, I don't look worth a toot when I go to bed. I am very particular about my pajamas. I didn't mean to go on this pajama trek, but here we are, so I'm going with it. I never know what I'm going to talk about. I just start talking and my brain just does the rest, okay? It's a scary place in there. But I'm particular about my pajamas. Okay, so one, I don't know if y'all have noticed or not, but I'm short. I know that may shock a lot of you, but I'm only 5 foot tall. Ish. I say ish because when I broke my back, they said I lost an inch in height, which really just offended me to my core. But anyway, I was like, I don't really have an inch to lose. That's what he said. So I like for my pajama pants, to gather around the ankles. Otherwise, they're going to be too long, and I'm going to have to hem them, or I'm going to be walking on them. And I don't like walking on my pants. So I like for them to gather around the ankle. I almost said wrist, but that's here. I like for them to be baggy, but not way too big, So like a drawstring so I can keep them up, because that'd get on my nerves if they's falling down. If Megan saw this, she would die laughing and say to me, only you can do a 20-minute dissertation about pajamas. Don't worry about yourself, okay? I like for my t-shirts to be really big. So a lot of pajama sets are sold as sets. So I like an extra large top because I don't want nothing binding me at night. But I don't need an extra large pants. I'd prefer a large in my pants. And anyway, all I'm saying is I don't usually match too well because I just buy the pajama pants separate and then I just wear a t-shirt. Like, I'll probably wear this to bed tonight with a pair of pajama pants. That's just the way I am. But they used to really put a lot of effort into their pajama clothes. Their bedtime clothes. They had all kinds of fancy stuff, or at least they did on TV. And they had them high heel shoes with all the feathers on them and all that stuff. Why are we talking about this? I don't know. But anyway, that's enough of that. I was just wondering, like, what other people do in their downtime. Like, what y'all doing? Are y'all, like, conquering the world in the evenings when you're just sitting around sipping on your cocktails? Or hot tea? I don't know. I just know they're probably not sitting on their iPad coloring. That, I just want to know what highly effective people do at night besides color. I have too much time on my hands. Also, who thought it was a good idea to have church sleepovers? Did y'all ever think about that? Let's get all of the hormonal children's age kids together, okay? All them kids that have hit them hormone years, and let's all put them in a church at night. Call it a lockout or a lock-in, whatever you call it, and have a couple of chaperones to watch them and let them spend the night. Who thought of that? Because I went on a church retreat one time. We were in this house on this end of the beach that was down by the conference center. We were at Jekyll Island. And we put the boys like a half mile down the road in another house so that they couldn't intermingle so much, except for when we were supposed to be intermingling. Them kids were wild. Them kids were wild. They sneaking out and smoking and climbing out the windows at night. I mean, it's like we had to have a guard on duty to keep them kids from sneaking out and meeting up on the beach. What in the world? Yeah, let's put a bunch of hormonal kids together. It's crazy, ain't it? Ain't it? Anyway, that's the things I've been pondering on while I've been cleaning. What do they do at night? And they shouldn't be doing that at night. That daggum kids trip I went on, whoo, Lord. They like to have killed me. Hold on. I want to say there were 2 chaperones per house, and we had 2 houses that had girls in them, and then 1 house that had boys, and they also had 2 male chaperones down the beach away, okay? And them kids were wild. Now, this was my first trip. Okay, not my first trip because I went as a kid on some of these church retreats. And did I smoke? Yes, I did. But other than just sneaking and smoking, because we smoked, we were not wild children, okay? We just smoked. I mean, it was the 80s, man. We smoked. Anyway, I go on a church retreat now where I'm a chaperone, and I have no experience with being a chaperone. I'm not a mother. Now, I did help with my nephew, but he was such a good kid. There wasn't much to doing with him, okay? Because he was a good kid. He was like, hey, you leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. He liked to play his video games. He liked to come outside and play. We watched movies all the time. He was just, I don't know, he was a cool kid. He didn't give us a lot of trouble. We went on this trip with these children, and these children are wild. And I was like, oh, Lord Jesus, how did I end up here? Trying to climb out the window so they could smoke. My mind thinks they're going to go do other things, which let me tell you, they tried to do anyway. Goodness. And then we had the, it was like a conference, and we went to the conference every day, and they had like little preaching sermons, and they had the music and the praise and worship, and it was a great time, okay? But then, of course, we had beach time, and we told all the girls, a one-piece bathing suit, we need to be covered, this is a church retreat. them little heathens showed up with practically G-string bathing suits. And I was like, is that what you call them? Did I just confuse a couple of things? I think I just confused a couple of things. Anyway, the string bikinis, that's what they're called, not a G-string. Oh! Anyway, they were showing up down there with string bikinis. And their G-strings. I don't know. I was like, you're going to have to put on a pair of shorts over your bathing suit and a tank top. Because you were supposed to bring a one piece. Well, I don't have a one piece. Okay, then you have to put on shorts and a tank top. Well, Lucy Lou over there don't have on shorts and a tank top because she's wearing a one piece. Okay? I mean, I'm just telling you, we gave you the rules and now you don't want to abide by them. So you're going to have to put on shorts and a tank top. I'm sorry. That's just the rules. But Lord, they would push you at every juncture that we came to. They would push you. Except for that one girl. And she pushed me in the fact that she didn't want to take a bath. You going to take a bath. Today, you going to take a bath. And you going to wash your hair. Okay? We've been down here for 4 days on the beach. You going to take a bath. And you going to wash your hair. I'm sorry. Actually, I told the whole busload of girls, everybody's getting a bath today and everybody's washing your hair. I don't care when the last time you had a bath was or when the last time you washed your hair was. Everybody's getting one today, okay? Because I was under the sheriff's office belief of if you punish one, you punish all. That's what they did to us. If somebody messed up, all of us got in trouble. And then we'd get mad at the person that got in trouble. But all the girls knew what I was doing and understood the assignment. None of them argued with me about you got to wash your hair and take a bath because they knew what I was doing. But I didn't want to call that person out, you know, and be like, Lucy Lou, you haven't had a bath since we got here. You got to take a bath, okay? No, I just said y'all getting a bath and y'all washing your hair today. Today. Huh. And then, nobody wanted to sleep with this one girl. And I said, well, that's fine. She can sleep in my bed because this was a long time ago. 30 years ago, probably. I should say I'm not worried about nothing, but, like, you'd have had to understand, okay? We were all a tight-knit group, and we didn't think about things like that back then, okay? We didn't think about somebody accusing you of something back then. So I said, well, that's fine. She can sleep in the room with me because I'm just a nice person. Y'all, that child snored louder than anybody I have ever heard in my life. I said, oh, no. I did not make her get up and go. I grabbed my pillow and my blanket. I went out in the hallway. I closed the door to the bedroom. I could still hear her snoring, and I slept all week on the hall floor because that child snored so loud. But I didn't want to make her sleep in the floor. A great time was had by all. Well, anyway, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon because people be crazy. And I'll talk to you on the next one. Toodles.